Stay on my page and get lost in the way. Change the play and fuck up my way. You fuck up my day, but I fuck up your life. Love for my bitches, no love for these bitches. No love for these bitches. True for the matter, they after my riches. Plus, some of you niggas is bitches. Most of you niggas is bitches. Call me names, I'm cool with the blame. Just hope you niggas is cool with my aim. Treat losers the same. Touch that to the game. Put that on my name. Don't fuck with you lames. I spit on your flame. Don't dirt on my name. I throw dirt on your corpse. And never spend a fucking day in court.
I ain't here for all that bullshit. I just came to get a bag. Ain't no wasting time. I want some shit I never had. Came up from the bottom. Ain't never going back. I feel them plotting on me. They won't knock me off my track.
We're going to talk about the houses. I gave you the planets, symbolism of the planets. Then I gave you the moon phases. I gave you how the zodiac interacts with each other. Now I'm going to give you the houses and the house lords. All right? So I'm going to breeze this really quick so we can, chop it up a little bit. Now, I wrote this down on my little whiteboard. I wish I had like a little stand so I can but yeah, I don't got no little stand. So y'all gonna have to share it with me, all right? Because I want to do it exactly how it is. So first we have your first house. And the first house is the house of self, all right? It is the head, the lead, relationship with self, and it is ruled by Mars, and it is ruled by Aries. Now, after that, you're probably wondering why the fuck you don't have 2 there. I have 7 there because I'm going to do the houses in opposition in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but in between doing their oppositions, therefore we will have all 12 within doing 1 through 6, because 1 through 6 is the houses of self, and 7 through 12 is the houses of other. You get what I'm saying? So the 7th house, the house of others, partnerships, business, and personal business, ruled by Libra, which is ruled by Venus. Yes. So if you know, Venus and Mars are opposites, and Libra and Aries are opposites. Okay, then we have the 2nd house, which is the house of money, possessions, and self-esteem, routine, ruled by Taurus and Venus, right? Right here. So that means Venus rules Libra and Taurus, right? So this planet has dual houses. All right, then we have the 8th house, which is the house of other people's property and money, transformation, merged energy, is ruled by Scorpio, which is ruled by Pluto. So that would make Pluto and Venus opposites. That will also make Scorpio and Taurus opposites, right? Then we have the 3rd house, the house of communication, talking, siblings, teachers, community affairs, ruled by Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. Okay, come on, you guys should know this. All right, at least the planets and the signs, not the houses, but you should know the planets and the signs by now. You've been watching long enough to know. All right, so the opposite to that would be the 9th house, which is the house of higher mind, education, and expansion. All right, wisdom, luck, morals, and ethics, which is ruled by Sagittarius and Jupiter. So Sagittarius and Gemini are complete opposites, which if you know me and you think I'm cray-cray, that's why. Because I am a Gemini moon, a Sagittarius sun, Sagittarius ascendant. I'm all fucked up, right? Now, I know that's kind of far away, but I don't want to be sitting up like this. But we got to do what we got to do, right? So, where are we at? Third house. So now we're on the fourth house, which is the house of home, privacy, mother, or let's say motherhood, right? Um, Basic security, foundation of all things, which is ruled by Cancer, which is ruled by the moon, right? Then we have the 10th house, which is the career, fame, fatherhood, authority. This is the midheaven, ruled by Capricorn and Saturn. Now, Capricorn and excuse me. Capricorn and Cancer are cardinal signs, and they are completely opposites of one another. Then we have yes, the fifth house, which is the house of self-expression, drama, romance, and attention, ruled by Leo, which is ruled by the sun, right? Then we have the house of teams, friendship, group society, humanitarian originality, which is ruled by Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus, and co-ruler with Saturn, right? So you see how that was the house of self-expression and then the house of teamwork. You see all of these are in oppositions from each other, no matter how you look at it. So when you're doing a chart, you should pay attention to these things, how they work against each other. And I'm going to put up 2 charts later on and kind of go into that, so you'll get to see how that's done. Then we have the 6th house, which is the house of health and service, fitness, and diet. This is pretty much service to others, done by you, which is Mercury, which rules Virgo, or Virgo rules Mercury. You know what I mean? It's the house of Mercury ruled by Virgo, or I'm just gonna keep doing this. Don't mind me, I'm a little special right now. It's kind of late. But this is the house of Virgo ruled by Mercury, all right? The sign is the sign, but the planet rules the sign. Is the Lord, all right? The God and the Savior. All right. Then the 12th house is the house of endings, afterlife, subconscious mind, imagination, ruled by Pisces, which is ruled by Neptune, also co-ruled by Jupiter. All right. So as you notice, everything is in opposition to one another. Everything has an opposite. Yeah, that funny shit going on right now. Everything has an opposite, right? So, matter of fact, let me let you get one last good look at this. I'm gonna try to post this up in the video and set it right here, so that way it'll be there. Now, getting into I usually don't drink, but it's a special night. New moon tomorrow, and I got to start implementing some things, so I figured I'd cheat tonight. right? Well, actually, I got 2 more nights, but it's always good to start early. So I'm back to this shit, making excuses for myself and shit. Um, with the house lords. Now, your houses when you are born are never going to be exactly like this. You're not going to have Aries in the first house, Taurus in the second, Gemini in the third. It's not going to be like that. Um, for the most part, it's going to be whatever your sun sign is, or not your sun sign, your ascendant. Wherever the moon is rising at, or the sun is rising at during that time, is going to be your ascendant. So whatever time that is, and that is where your first house is going to start. So it can be in Sagittarius, it can be in Taurus, it can be in Scorpio, it can be in Pisces, it can be wherever, and it's gonna go in order from that. Like it's still gonna be in order. It's still gonna be Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. I think I skipped that. I think it's Libra, then Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius. It's still going to be in chronological order, but the houses are not going to actually exactly be in order, right? So that first house is still going to be the first house, which is ruled by Aries and Mars. But for example, using myself, I'm a Sagittarius ascendant. So I do those Mars actions and Aries actions in a Sagittarius way. And the house lord of my ascendant would be Jupiter. And Jupiter would be wherever Jupiter is if it's not home. So wherever Jupiter is, say Jupiter is in my seventh house, I would enact my first house things through my seventh house ways. Still through a Sagittarius way, but I will still do it in accordance of thinking about others, because that's where Jupiter is. Jupiter is sending that energy and that knowledge back. You get what I'm saying? Because he is the Lord of that house. So that is pretty much how, this will work out. When you look at your chart, you look at, you still should know what each house is. The first house all the way to the 12th house. Like those things, those energies are not going to change. Your first house is always going to be house of self. The second house is always going to be house of money and possessions. The third house is always going to be siblings and communication. The fourth house is always going to be home. The fifth house is always going to be, fatherhood not fatherhood, attention and the shine. The sixth house is always going to be service to others. The seventh house is always going to be relationships to others, and so on and so on. You get what I'm saying? It's always going to be those things. Those houses are not going to change. What is going to change is the houses. Not the houses, the signs that are in the houses and the house lords. You get what I'm saying? So you need to pay attention to these things. Now, the house lord is how you predict what is going to happen, how you understand what future occurrences are going to happen or what has happened by the house lord, the planet. Knowing that every planet has its own meaning, has its own, function in the way it occurs in things. As in the signs have their own functions. So the house is how does Dolo say this shit? The houses are the life events that are going on. The signs are the temperaments, and the planets are what is actually going on, how you're dealing with these things. So I'm not going to drag this out. I mean, it's super simple. If you need a better understanding, go check out my nigga Dolo, Dolo the Pilot Man. That nigga give you fucking zodiac, fucking astrology, and all that kind of information for days, for days, for days. But I'm gonna go do some charts right now that have been sitting and waiting on me. And pretty soon we're gonna get into the numerology. I actually can't wait. I am super excited to do numerology. So that way we can start getting into, the different functions of the bodies and all this shit so we can get into the real shit. You know what I'm saying? This is the boring shit, but it is a necessity. It is something that you must understand. And I know that there are a million other people out there doing these things, but if you came across those million other people, then you would understand what I was saying and just be waiting for me to get into the other shit. But there are people who have not came into these people and do not know what the fuck is going on and still lost, still trying to find themselves. So therefore, I must do this correctly. All right. So I appreciate you tuning in, sticking with me, hanging out with me, and we're gonna get the fuck up out of here. So let's do it.
To the bottom, I'm Biggie who shot you. Talking to Jesus, the nigga who got ya. Nigga, I got ya. Waiting till Sunday, if not, then one day. If money is everything, then I can lose everything.